Welcome to the Marketing Execution Podcast. This is the show for tech founders and leaders building B2B products and technologies. We show you how to go further, faster to get the business results you need.
From strategies to big exec dreams, catch the buzz and join the execution. Marketing Convo.
In today's tech landscape, a staggering 90% of startups fail not due to poor products, but from neglecting market engineering. This episode addresses how you can avoid this pitfall. First, we will explore how enterprise tech companies can revolutionize their go-to-market strategies through intentional category design, resulting in sustainable demand generation. Then, you'll learn a proven framework for building market presence, including how to craft a compelling product narrative that resonates with buyers, the critical steps to establish your category, and strategies to enhance your demand generation efforts. Finally, drawing from my experience scaling B2B tech companies to over $500 million in revenue, we will delve into actionable insights that drive measurable results. Don't forget to subscribe to the Marketing Execution Podcast for more expert strategies on scaling your tech business with Tim and Lisa.
All right, so are you ready to dive into some startup marketing? Because today we are cracking open Mark Donegan's Demand Generation Playbook. And you probably have the PDF open right with us, but trust me, we are going way beyond bullet points here today.
Oh, yeah. This is not your, marketing 101 textbook.
No, Donegan does not mess around. He gets straight to the good stuff.
It's true.
This is the kind of insight that can totally transform how you think about marketing, especially when we're talking about something brand new.
Yeah. And you know what I find so interesting about this playbook?
What's that?
It's how Donegan really challenges that old build it and they will come thing.
Right.
He's like, hold on a second. First, you got to make sure there's even a they out there.
Yeah.
Like, who even understands why they would need this amazing thing you've created?
It's like selling ice to Eskimos.
Exactly. And to really drive this point home, he emphasizes these three crucial pillars for startup marketing: product marketing, demand generation, and the one that's really interesting to me, category design.
Okay, so let's unpack this whole category design thing for a second.
Yeah.
Because it does sound a little bit like buzzy marketing jargon.
Yeah, it kind of sounds that way, but it's really not. It's powerful if you can actually implement it correctly. And this is really, I think, where Donegan's expertise shines through.
Okay.
Because he's not talking about fitting into an existing category. He's talking about owning the category. Think about Apple. They didn't just launch another MP3 player when they launched the iPod.
They created a whole new way of thinking about music.
Exactly. They weren't just competing, in the existing market. They redefined the market.
Right.
They were category kings.
So you get me convinced category design is king.
Yeah.
How do we actually build that kingdom? How do we create that demand, that hunger for our product or service before people even realize they need it?
Well, that is where Donegan's demand generation framework comes in.
Okay.
And it's not just about, throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Thank goodness my Italian grandmother would have a lot to say about that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Donegan lays out a very clear 4-step process: capture, educate, engage, and convert. And he gets into the nitty-gritty with tactics that feel surprisingly fresh.
Like when he talks about capturing leaky website traffic. What does that even mean?
Yeah. So think of it this way. Imagine you've baked a fresh batch of cookies, right?
Yeah.
People are smelling those cookies, wandering into your kitchen, but then they're just leaving without a taste.
Okay.
Leaky website traffic is basically like having a kitchen full of hungry cookie fans, but no system for offering them a sample. You need to figure out how to turn those casual visitors into engaged guests who want to stay a while.
Yeah, you don't want to waste those potential cookie lovers. But how do you actually stop the leak?
Well, this is where Donegan's emphasis on tailored content comes in.
Okay.
It's not about blasting everyone with the same generic message.
Right.
It's about segmenting your audience, figuring out what makes them tick.
Okay.
What are their pain points? What keeps them up at night?
So it's like detective work almost. You have to gather clues about your ideal customer, and then you use those clues to craft the perfect message. To speak directly to them.
Precisely. And you know what Donegan argues is one of the most effective tools for this?
What's that?
It's something you might not expect: email.
Email. Seriously, I feel like everybody's always saying that email is dead.
Yeah. Well, Donegan says email is alive and well, but only if you do it right.
Okay.
He's not talking about spamming people with irrelevant junk.
Right.
It's about providing genuine value-building relationships, establishing your expertise.
So it's like sending a handwritten letter instead of, like a generic postcard.
Exactly.
Right.
And that leads us to the final stage of the demand generation process, convert.
Okay.
This is where you present your irresistible offer.
Okay. Irresistible offer sounds very promising, but how do we make it truly irresistible?
It's about understanding what your ideal customer truly values and presenting your product or service as the solution they've been searching for.
Okay. You're speaking my language.
Yeah.
I like this. So let's dive into some specifics here. Donegan throws around some intriguing terms, Dream 100 and lightning strikes. What's the inside scoop on those?
Yeah, so the Dream 100, it's all about identifying those key influencers who can amplify your message and introduce your product to a much wider audience.
Okay, and lightning strikes. Sounds kind of intense.
Yeah, it is actually. It's all about creating those big attention-grabbing moments, the ones that get everyone talking about your category.
Okay.
Think like product launches, major media coverage, speaking engagements, anything that positions you as a thought leader and really generates buzz.
So it's about like creating a wave, riding that wave, and making sure everybody sees you surfing on top of it.
Exactly. You're not just launching a product, you're launching a movement.
I love it. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. We talked about leaky website traffic. We talked about crafting those like irresistible offers. And we even harnessed the power of, lightning strikes. But let's go back to category design for a second. How can our listeners apply this idea, even if we're not running, a tech startup?
Well, you know what Donegan would say? He would say, we're all capable of creating our own categories,
Okay.
even in our own lives.
Right.
It's about identifying a need that's not being met and then positioning yourself as the solution.
Okay, so it's like being the go-to person for something.
Yeah.
Even if it's something as simple as like
Yeah.
being the friend who always throws the best parties.
Exactly. You're not just throwing another party. You're creating a whole new category of experience.
Right.
You're the category king of memorable events.
I like the sound of that. I'm already brainstorming themes for my next party. But on a serious night, this has been incredibly insightful, I really think. Donegan's demand generation playbook, it's more than just, a marketing manual.
Yeah.
It's like a blueprint for building something truly remarkable.
It really is. It's about challenging those assumptions, pushing boundaries, and then ultimately creating a demand for the change you want to see out there in the world.
So to all of our listeners out there, we challenge you to think about what category you could be defining. In your own life, what impact do you want to make? What change do you want to see? Donegan's playbook gives you the tools to turn that vision into a reality.
Don't just settle for being just another face in the crowd. Find your category, own it, and become that irresistible force that you were always meant to be.
And on that note, we'll leave you to ponder those possibilities.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
The Marketing Execution Podcast is produced by Growth Stage Marketing. We are on a mission to see your company reach wild success using marketing pods.
Too big, accept dreams. Catch the buzz and join the execution. Marketing Convo.
Thank you for listening and being a part of the marketing execution movement and community. To learn how growth stage marketing clients reach more buyers and drive business impact, go to growthstage.marketing. That's growthstage.marketing.